A/B testing, platforms for B2B experiments. Why A/B testing is now a revenue lever for B2B teams. If your outbound program still runs on, "This is how we've always done it," you're almost guaranteed to leave pipeline on the table. The teams that treat experimentation as a disciplined operating system, not a side project, tend to compound wins across messaging, targeting, and conversion points. In CRO research, brands with structured optimization programs see an average 223% ROI, and companies running 10-plus experiments per month grow about 2.1x faster than those that don't. For B2B sales leaders, that's not just a marketing story, it's an outbound execution story. Your subject lines, value props, call openers, follow-up cadence, and demo request flow are all hypotheses you can validate. When your SDRs and RevOps align on what good looks like, meetings, sequels, opportunities, A/B testing becomes a repeatable way to improve performance instead of debating opinions. In this article, we'll walk through where B2B experiments should live, which A/B testing platforms actually matter for SDR workflows, and how to build a cadence that your team can sustain. We'll also share how we think about experimentation at SalesHive, because in practice, the best results come from combining the right tools with the right process. What good looks like: tests that drive meetings, not just clicks. A/B testing in B2B sales development means sending 2 or more variants to comparable audiences and measuring the impact on a defined outcome. The trap is stopping at vanity metrics because it's easy to win opens and still lose pipeline quality. Our recommendation is to define sales-centric KPIs up front: reply quality, meetings booked per 100 contacts, and opportunities created per 1,000 sends, and evaluate variance end-to-end in your CRM. End-to-end. This matters because many funnels start from a modest baseline. Average B2B website conversion rates often sit between 2.23% and 4.31%, which means small improvements at each step can stack into meaningful revenue when your volume is high. The best teams don't obsess over micro tweaks first. They test big levers like positioning, offer framing, and CTA structure that can move meetings. To keep the program grounded, treat A/B testing like a sales process with owners, definitions, and a weekly rhythm. When test results show up in your pipeline review, not buried in a marketing dashboard, SDRs actually adopt the learnings. That's how experiments turn into playbooks, and playbooks turn into consistent pipeline. Where to experiment first? Email, sequences, calls, and landing pages. For most outbound-heavy teams, the fastest path to impact is experimenting inside the systems reps already use every day. Sales engagement platforms let you test email subject lines, first lines, value propositions, CTAs, and step timing without asking reps to do anything extra. When email programs regularly test, they can see around 37% higher open rates and 49% higher click-through rates versus teams that don't test consistently. Email testing is also one of the highest leverage, lowest friction ways to improve ROI. One analysis found implementing A/B testing on email campaigns can increase ROI by about 83%, yet only 59% of companies test email campaigns at all. If you're running or managing an outsourced sales team, a cold email agency, or an SDR agency, this is usually the most scalable place to build a repeatable testing cadence. Calling experiments are just as valuable, but they require tighter execution. If you're using cold calling services or building a dedicated cold calling team, you can test openers, talk tracks, objection handling frameworks, and voicemail structures, as long as you have consistent call dispositions and call recordings. Web experiments matter too, especially on demo request and scheduling pages, because those pages act like the handoff between outreach and revenue. That handoff is everything. Choosing the right platform stack for B2B experiments. The best A/B testing platform is the one that matches where the work happens. For SDRs, that typically means built-in experimentation inside sales engagement tools, where templates and sequences live, plus call tooling that captures outcomes. For marketing ops and growth, it often means web experimentation tools for landing pages and conversion flows. And, at more mature companies, feature experimentation for product-led motions. Before you buy anything new, audit where experimentation already exists in your stack and map ownership. Teams frequently duplicate effort because marketing is testing messaging on landing pages while SDRs test unrelated angles in Outbound. When you connect the hypotheses across channels, you get clearer answers about what truly drives meetings and opportunities. A practical way to align quickly is to choose one primary testing home per motion, outbound, web, product, then standardize how results flow back to the CRM and reporting. The point isn't to build a complex lab, it's to create a system your sales agency or internal team can run every week without breaking. The goal of A/B testing isn't to win inbox metrics. It's to standardize what reliably creates qualified meetings. Qualified meetings. The biggest unlock is treating experimentation as a cadence with a backlog, not a one-time initiative. Structured A/B testing can lift conversions by about 18% after roughly 6 months when it's run as an ongoing program, not a sporadic effort. Another analysis shows teams with a regular cadence reporting around a 22% uplift in conversion rate optimization within 6 months, reinforcing the same idea. Consistency beats occasional big swings. Operationally, we recommend assigning a single owner per testing lane, outbound email, calling, landing pages, and committing to a repeatable review rhythm. Keep each test anchored to 2 or 3 sales-centric KPIs and make it easy for reps to see what changed and why. When results live in a shared place, even a simple spreadsheet, and are reviewed in weekly pipeline meetings, adoption becomes natural instead of forced. Finally, build an experiment library so learnings compound. Document the hypothesis, audience, variance, sample size, and outcome, wins and losses. This is especially important if you're scaling via sales outsourcing or working with an outbound sales agency, because the library prevents new reps or new cold callers from starting from zero every time you hire SDRs. Common A/B testing mistakes that waste volume and how to fix them. A hard truth: most teams don't fail because they lack tools, they fail because they lack discipline. Research shows about 61% of A/B tests end with no statistically significant winner, and 43% fail due to poor sample size. That means your process, sample size, clean hypotheses, and consistent execution is just as important as which platform you use. The most common outbound mistake is testing too many variables at once. If you change subject line, body copy, CTA, and send timing simultaneously, you can't reuse the learning because you don't know what caused the lift. Keep one primary variable per experiment, run it long enough to collect meaningful data, and resist the urge to stop early when a variant looks like it's winning after a small batch. Another common failure mode is siloing experimentation away from SDR workflows. If tests only live in marketing tools, reps won't apply the learnings to daily outreach. Favor platforms that integrate with your CRM and sales engagement stack, and evaluate winners based on meetings and opportunities, not just opens, so you don't accidentally optimize for volume while degrading pipeline quality. advanced optimization, cross-channel testing, and AI-assisted ideation. Once you've proven a steady cadence, the next level is coordinating tests across channels around the same conversion point. If you're testing a new value proposition on a demo request page, mirror that language in cold email and call scripts. Then measure the combined impact on meetings held and SQL rate. This is where teams start to outperform because they're not just optimizing steps, they're optimizing the journey. AI can speed up ideation and variant creation, but humans still need to own strategy and definitions of success. Use AI to generate multiple hypothesis angles quickly, then apply a filter. Will this plausibly change meeting quality, opportunity creation, or deal velocity for our ICP? If not, it may be interesting, but it's not worth spending your outbound volume on it. Not worth it. At SalesHive, our experience is that experimentation works best when targeting is tested alongside messaging, list quality, segmentation, and routing rules can make a winning email look like a loser, or vice versa if the audience shifts mid-test. If you're investing in B2B list-building services or refining account-based targeting, treat ICP and source tests as first-class experiments, not an afterthought. Next steps: build your experimentation roadmap and decide what to outsource. Start with a simple audit. Where can you run A/B tests today? Who owns each system? And which KPIs matter for revenue? If your team uses sequences for outbound, prioritize those first because they scale and are easy to standardize. If you're already paying for web tooling, focus on the pages closest to revenue, demo requests, scheduling, and pricing, because even small improvements compound when your baseline conversion rate is only a few percent. Next, stand up an experimentation backlog with owners and a cadence. Decide your guardrails: one primary variable per test, minimum sample size, how long to run tests, and make results visible in the same meetings where pipeline is discussed. This is the fastest way to turn A/B testing from a project into a habit that improves your sales development agency performance month after month. If you don't have the internal bandwidth to run a rigorous program, outsourcing can be the practical move. Many teams partner with a B2B sales agency, an SDR agency, or a cold calling agency, so execution and testing happen in the same place, especially when they need consistent cold email agency output and reliable B2B cold calling services. The key is choosing a partner who ties testing back to meetings and opportunities, not just activity volume, so your outbound engine doesn't just run, it improves.